Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What does it mean? Right. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition is nothing but if organisms depend upon other organisms for their food requirement. What we call it as heterotrophic. That means organisms depend upon other organisms for their food requirements. Mostly animals are comes under this category. Right. Now come to the types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. There are three types I have written on the board: holozoic, parasitic, saprotrophic. First, what you mean by holozoic? In this case, organism collecting the food material from the sources and taking into their system. What you call it as holozoic. Number two, parasitic. When we talk about the parasitic, you have to remember the two organisms. Number one, smaller one, which is called parasitic. Another one is the biggest or bigger organisms. We call it as host. That means two organisms involvement. Means the parasitic organisms living inside of the host or sometimes lives on the surface of the host. Accordingly, we call it as endoparasitic, ectoparasitic respectively. Now, we come to the parasitic mode of nutrition once again. When we talk about the parasitic nutrition, nowadays the whole world is taken by the coronavirus. You remember, corona is a parasite for us, we are the host for it. Now you understand very clearly. Now come to the third one, saprotrophic. This is a special mode of nutrition in microscopic organisms such as bacteria, fungus. They are living or growing on the dead and decaying matters. So they are having the ability to make the enzymes. That enzymes poured on the dead and decaying matter. Now they are breaking the wastes and getting the energy from them. So what you call it as saprotrophic mode of nutrition. So holozoic, parasitic, saprotrophic. Now come to the next level. When you talk about the holozoic, even we are also comes under this category. Even single cell, the amoeba comes under this category. Now we go little detail about the major steps involved in the holozoic nutrition. Steps involved in the holozoic nutrition. There are 5 major steps in this category. Number one, ingestion. Collection of the food material and taken to the system is called ingestion. Number two, digestion. Collected food material taken to the system and breaking down into smaller particles and energy will be obtained from them. What do you call it as digestion. Third one is absorption. Once food is digested, the simplified food molecules absorbed by the blood vessels of the intestine and going to the different body parts. What do you call it as absorption. And fourth category is assimilation. The fourth steps in the holozoic nutrition is assimilation. That means it is utilization of the digested foodstuffs, but it is not taking place in the alimentary canal or in the system. It is taking place in the cells of the system. Whereas the last one is egestion. That means undigested food particles bundled up and finally removed from the organ system or removed from the organism. What you call it as egestion. Please don't confuse with excretion. Here undigested food particles are just removed from the organism. What you call it as egestion, whereas excretion is unwanted nitrogenous wastes going out of the organisms by means of special process called excretion. Now these are all the 5 major steps in the holozoic nutrition. Now you come to the holozoic nutrition in the amoeba or nutrition in amoeba. You see that the amoeba is a single cell organism. Amoeba is a single cell organism. Now even though it is a single organism, it has a single cell centrally located nucleus with the different vacuoles or nucleus surrounded by many vacuoles. Whenever the organism, that means amoeba, absorb the small food particles, immediately the cytoplasm just start moving towards the food particles. Now cytoplasm undergoes some change, make a podia-like structures. Means what we say leg-like structure. We say false podia or false legs. So the cytoplasm just moving towards the food particles and covering them. Now completely they cover up. Finally the food particles just taken into the cytoplasm. Now there are some food vacuoles. They are just pouring the enzymes and food molecules are digested. This is the way even single celled organisms such as amoeba undertaking the holozoic type of nutrition and absorb the food particles are collect the food from the sources from the area of which is living, then satisfy this nutrition process. Thank you.